everybody, and welcome to Exit the Reality Kingdom, where we talk about things.
What?
The Reality Kingdom, where we talk all things reality TV or whatever. Period. The fuck? I'm your host, Pharaoh. I'm my host, Lee. Lee, how you doing?
I'm doing good. I don't know if the girls have noticed, but we're sitting at 1,000 subscribers.
We're sitting at 1,000 subscribers. If you haven't subscribed yet, you should, because, babe, the Cookout watches our videos, babe. We have
friends all over. Was here. Kylan was here. Moose was here. We were on Tiffany's podcast. Oh, yes, the reality.
We on Kobe and Derek's podcast.
Booked and busy down. Booked and busy down.
I don't know. Might as well sub. So as you see, we are here today to talk to you about the Challenge USA episode 9 or whatever. Let's just hop right into it. Let me put their faces on the motherfucking board or whatever. I know that's right. Period.
Are you okay?
No, I'm sure good. I'm sure great. Have y'all seen Rap Shit? Because Rap Shit low-key eats. Check it out, girlies. Okay, so anyway.
Not the free promos, yeah.
We they might need it. So we start off the episode. And last episode, Enzo beat Daddy Leo in Hall Brawl or whatever. Unfortunately, no shade, because I want to see my man some more. But hey, we move. We get to this episode. Mind you, reminder, the girls are now playing individually, so everyone is playing as their individual self. And this season, this episode is going to be a girls' elimination or whatever. So we start off.
Which means that the episode was way more interesting because, as it always is in the challenge, no shade, the women's side of the game tends to be more intriguing.
Mm-hmm. Intriguing. So, I was like, wait, it fits. Okay, but
bad there, though. I mean,
it looks cute, right?
I like it.
Okay, so we start off, and the girls are on the boat, partying and shit, and we have the melanated women, dancing, looking beautiful, and I very much so noticed that they was looking fine down. Cachet, Desi, and Justine
looking gorgeous, just
they could literally be models. And then
I just thought, imagine if Asa, Shan, and Tiffany could have been on the boat with them. We're not going to talk about it.
We're not going to talk about that. But they were looking freaking gorgeous.
They look so good.
They could literally be supermodels. It's fucking crazy. This entire episode. Hey, model. This entire episode, I was literally thinking about how fine fucking Desi was. I'm literally not gonna lie.
Yeah, Desi is beautiful. We really gotta get into Desi's face card real quick because has it ever declined?
No, she has a sharp ass face card. Like that shit will slice a bitch.
Like I just feel like just boom. Like it's just like boom. I love seeing her more this episode because we never really got. I feel like I never really got to get into it, and then she was all over the episode. I said, "Desi, wow!"
Giving face in every conversation. She's literally minding.
I mean, just look at her on the cast photo alone, like bad bitch, illegal.
You ugly bitch. Okay, so the girls are on the boat chilling or whatever, and we see that. Black girlies are dancing, and then it kind of pans to Alyssa and Angela over there. I guess they look good.
Looking into the distance, because you know one thing about Angela and Alyssa, they gonna be unbothered. No shade, they gonna be unbothered. One thing about
them, they're gonna mind the wind is just blowing in there with the wind blowing.
So they are and Angela.
Right, they are definitely over there, unbothered. So after this is when we get the introduction to the Fab Five, which, girl, where have they been? But now here they come. The Fab Five is Sarah, Desi, Justine, Cachet, and Kayla. And the way that basically they describe it is these are the people who talk to each other, and the other girls act like we don't exist, especially Angela.
Were you not getting immediate treehouse flashbacks?
No, literally.
And Kellyanne, and what's her name?
Some white. Kendall. It was Kendall.
And Angela and Alyssa But no shade, Angela is a little bit more iconic. I don't know. Kendall was
a little bit more unbothered. Kendall was definitely bothered.
She was definitely bothered.
And definitely
not Kellyanne. Kellyanne didn't give a single fuck.
Didn't give a damn all the way to losing the final. She flopped at that time.
So we moved my sister alone.
Yeah, that's my sister. So my new sisters, Angela and Alyssa, they are literally they don't no shade, but they are literally sitting here unbothered. And then we see the Fab Fiving. Angela has a diary room, y'all. And girl, one thing about Angela is in them diary rooms.
Why does Angela keep checking this girl in this diary room? I don't know, Sarah. Why don't you win a challenge before calling yourself fabulous? What? So now she can't be fabulous because she can't win a challenge.
Because in the challenge, if y'all don't know, the alliances a lot of the time are just boom, like we're the Fab Five. They know the name. Like back in the Treehouse days, the girls knew the Treehouse days. It was fuck the Treehouse.
Everyone is very aware. Girl, they cheers to the Fab Five right in front of them. Girl. Fab Five. They didn't give a fuck. And it was very clear that Sarah really, I feel like, got her girls together because
literally gathered her troops.
This came immediately after Sarah realized that she gathered her troops.
Sir. Like she gathered her troops and
very quickly
fell in line. The fuck? Oh God, Sarah's hilarious. So Alyssa has a DR and she kind of talks about her new alliance with the boys and how basically she's like, thanks Angela, because Angela definitely put that work in.
Yeah.
She said Angela actually has her girl. Hey Angela. Moon Wong. What's
Angela Crispin?
Angela Crispin at most. Is that her last name?
They ain't married yet.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
It's still Robbins.
Me, I would have wanted that ring by now. I don't know.
Oop.
It's been how many years? Let me mind my business. because they was talking.
They get very much. We don't need marriage. This is the
girl, whatever. Because wasn't they talking on Bailey and Swipe? Somebody was talking on Bailey and Swipe. Let me keep it cute. So, Justine has a diary room, and basically she's like, Angela is so pretty, and she's really good at these challenges, and she's a strong woman, and she's smart and strategic, which means that bitch gotta go.
My thing is, y'all can't take who's a little bit too late. Angela been sitting up here low-key dominating the game since the beginning. Now y'all concerned?
Like, where are y'all at? Please, y'all should have been on this shit. But I will say, before the pairs ended, the strategy couldn't really get that detail because she was always.
And you know what? She kept winning too. Shit, she kept winning $50,000 alone. Qualified. She overly qualified, bitch. Shit.
Literally. So we get a Danny and Dom talk, and this is kind of the first time we learn, or I paid attention. Let's be honest, because maybe they could have did it. That Danny and Dom are besties.
And you know, Dominic, he gonna team up with a black man. You know, Black Lives Matter, Dominic. We love to see it.
BLM them leftists. So, because why did I say that? Okay, so Danny says that he's the last male to be unqualified,
which I didn't realize.
I didn't pay attention.
Even David got his bag before yours.
Child. One thing is the money in this game just gets confused.
I haven't been paying attention. I feel bad. I feel bad if y'all wanted to keep up because we have not been paying attention.
No, y'all. Let's talk about how it doesn't even matter. Like, can we go back to the Raw challenge days, like the Raw real, like we finna get you, like you're gonna go to the arena. They might have to go through you might get picked in. Sarah, like if it was back in the day where Sarah lost and Sarah's like, well, I pick Angela. Come on. Yeah. It would be like a little bit more. I don't know. It would have some spice to it. This gives.
But I will say that's not even old school challenge though. That's like that was more of a newer twist that they pick. Now I think the person going in should always be able to pick. I think that is the best twist the challenges ever did. That should always be it. If you go in, you can pick who you go up against, except the person who won. I think that should always be the twist because I think that puts the more drama into it.
Yeah. Wait. So back in the day, it used to be like this, where the
back in the day, because I did my binge recently, like old season. I'm talking like 30-minute fuzzy ass 1990s version, like it was mainly teams. So what would happen is one team would win the daily, and the losing team they would vote 2 people in, or they, you know what I mean. It's been voting a lot. It's voting more times than none. That whole the person chooses, that was a relatively new one. I forget which season they started in it, but that was one of the newer seasons.
Okay, I see. Okay. So
why they stopped it though?
Then we get to the challenge. The challenge, we are on this soccer field. So to set the scene, it's a big ass soccer field. You see a bunch of huge, essentially checkers / chessboards, designated for each person in the game. So there's fucking 14 of them, 15, 13. It's just a lot. They're on the soccer field and they're fucking huge. So TJ brings them in and he says this is gonna be called Collect 4 instead of Connect 4. I guess they think they're cute. They're not. So in the stands of the soccer field, there's 30,000 stands. You have to go and search for your designated color chips or whatever. They look like this, these things. So these things on one side is going to be black, on the other side is going to be your designated color. With these chips, you can either choose to use the black side to block someone's Connect 4, or your side to place on your own paddle, on your own board, your Connect 4 spot. If you get 4 in a row, you win. If you get blocked and there's no other moves for you to get 4 in a row, you're automatically out. So the first person to get 4 in a row is going to win the challenge for either the boys or the women. And then the first person to be blocked and have no more moves, or the last person to get 4, will lose the challenge. So we get to the motherfucking challenge. We started off. So they start running, and quite literally immediately as they start running, Angela and Alyssa agree that they're going to block Sarah. They're going to block Sarah.
Because as we've mentioned, and as you know, Angela and Sarah got the beef of the century, okay? They do not like each other. So literally, as Sarah is running from her board, you have Alyssa and Angela dropping pieces on Sarah's board.
Right in front of this woman.
So Sarah watches these 2 girls just drop these pieces on her board. And so Sarah immediately freaks out. Because she said, I know these bitches is not dropping pieces on my board. So she's running around the entire soccer field. I mean, in circles. Get out, Angela. Get out, Angela. They're dropping pieces on my board. Get out, Angela.
Sergeant Sarah goes and tells her or gives her orders to Sarah. Officer Sarah. Okay, Sari. Officer Sarah. And shout out to Sari. Sari want to do Big Brother. I'm so excited. Okay, so Officer Sarah walks around and she does her little tour of telling her soldiers that they need to start blocking Angela and Alyssa on their board. And as she passes, every time she passes someone, they walk away and they continue on doing what the fuck they were doing.
Mind you, they out of breath, tired. She's like, get Angela, get Angela. They're like, yeah. Desi straight up was like, I mean, I got Sarah back, but I'm trying to get this money, honey. Okay. So she said, I'm gonna go drop a piece right on my board.
Right, and continue on. Like this girl Sarah's going to everyone, all the men, all the women. She's walking up to Dom. She's having a full conversation with him. We have to do it. We have to put our boards.
Mind you, I'm not seeing Sarah place any boards anymore. This bitch is just telling other people who are actually placing there, and they not listening, and she getting more frustrated. If one scene, she tells Cache, because Sarah, I guess, is guarding her board at this point. Sarah is guarding her board at this point. And Cache runs over. She's like, Cache, drop it. Or Angela. Cache, look at Angela. She said,
there's
she only got 2 pieces.
Because mind you, Angela and Alyssa are not even tending to their boards. They're not putting open colors on their boards.
Their goal is to only block Sarah.
Which Sarah's.
I don't think had any real game strategy. I think they were being petty. 1,000% they were being petty. 1,000%.
But if Angela would have lost and Alyssa got sent in, that would have been worst case scenario for them. So I believe it's like,
I didn't even think about that. You know, Angela Giesler be thinking, Angela Mitchell. Oh, Angela.
Bye, bitch.
I didn't stop.
So Kayla starts listening to Sarah. Kayla's like, Sarah's my girl. And mind y'all, at the beginning of the competition, Kayla was like, well, the best thing for us to do is just to block one of Angela or Alyssa, and boom, they're out. So Kayla already kind of thought this. So when Officer Sarah starts telling everybody this, Kayla is like, oh, okay, Sarah, my girl, and I'm gonna be loyal to Sarah. So Kayla starts actually putting face down cards on Angela's board or whatever.
And it's like, I guess, Kayla, you gotta be loyal to somebody. All your amazing race sisters gone, child.
Literally, you gotta do something, I guess.
And Kayla got big beef with Angela too. She don't like that girl.
She don't like that girl. So we get a Dominic and Sarah talk, and Sarah tries to tell him who he needs to put his board on, and Dominic has a diary room. And he's like, I mean, I'm just here to help Danny win because Danny don't have no money, and Danny and Dom are best friends. So Dom is here to help Danny win his money finally. Mm-hmm. So when Sarah offers that, he's like, okay, anyways. So he goes down, he sees David is close to winning. And so he starts putting black spots on David's board to block David. And he tells Danny, hey, block David. And David has a slight little, I guess.
Daddy gets a little mad.
Girl, I guess.
My thing is, why you coming for David though? Like,
because he was gonna win. Like,
okay,
we don't want you to win.
Oh,
right. How about David get an ally, get a friend?
Why are you always coming for David? You're mad.
I'm just not.
Because he's playing the Challenge USA.
No, like I said,
and you're watching him from home.
I said it many times back in Big Brother. He left the sourest of taste in my mouth. I'm not a fan.
I'm feeling the challenge, David. I'm really feeling the challenge, David. It's redemption.
There's nothing to feel. He's not doing anything.
You're mad.
I'm not.
He's still there. He's in top
12. Is he?
He is. He's right down the screen.
I don't see him. That's what's crazy. Like, I literally don't think
you're mad.
Right.
So, and then David has a diary room. He's like, Dominic, he wants to block me. He just what did he say? He's just trying to shadow the fact that he's like. Oh no, he said Dominic is trying to play politics. He's basically playing all sides to try to cover the fact that he's basically a slow competitor. Mm-hmm. And it's like, ooh, take your shot, David. Talk your shit.
Girl, so that scene does nothing for the rest of that scene was random. But we see that Dominic is helping Danny try to win. So we get a so after that, Danny wins. So Danny ends up winning because he was close to David, but David loses and Danny wins. Then we get that the girls are still going. Desi hasn't been putting none of her shit on nobody else's shit but her. So Desi's
mother's coming for that win.
So she's coming for that win. So we have Desi and Danny as the winner. So yay, the finest two people in the motherfucking villa.
Literally.
I know that's right.
Literally. Mother and father.
Ooh, Danny was looking so good. Kiki, love you, girl. Danny was.
Oh. Nah, you better stay off Kiki's husband.
Oh, he was looking fine.
They in Dallas too. They will come whoop your ass, girl.
I'm gonna stay away. But Danny was looking good. Didn't Colin say he was going that we need to leave? Child, but oh, okay. So we get home to the villa because we don't. Sarah asked lose, of course. So after Sarah lose, and it's like Sarah's in the stand, y'all. Sarah in the stands trying to tell people,
y'all go, come on.
Literally in the stand.
She directed people.
And we down here, and Angela puts the last boop, and she's out, and Sarah up there mad. But anyway, so Sarah loses, Desi and Danny wins, and then we get back to the villa. So, boom. Everybody, we're back to the villa, and at the villa, we have Angela. No, not Angela. Who has a conversation? Alyssa has a DR. And when Alyssa has her DR, she's basically like, Sarah is embarrassing as hell. Her having this apology tour and shit, having this tour, trying to do all of this, that's embarrassing as hell. So when we get back to the villa, Sarah talks to Desi and Danny, and they have the little, the loser talks to the winners shit.
Yeah.
So they have that conversation, and Sarah basically is like, well, I mean, I want to make, I want to go big. So that would be Angela, and the other option would be Alyssa, and those are the options. So which one are y'all picking?
And and going into this, Desi is saying, I 100% have Sarah back. She's in the Fab Five. So assuming so, we're thinking, okay, of course Desi's gonna do what Officer Sarah is suggesting. But no, child, because Danny Giesling jumps out. Danny Prather really came through.
So Desi says, when Angela is offered and they're talking, Desi has a confessional. She's like, Angela kind of did ostracize a lot of people immediately in the house, and she does never really talk to me, so it's just not it for me. And Angela did the same thing in Big Brother. She's so weird when it comes to like social interaction. She really can only talk to us one or two people, and then
she ices out everybody else.
And it's weird because it's different from just not talking to them or not being close. But she literally ices out. Like, she just cannot speak to anyone else, which is why I gave her a low rating. But we move. So after that, Sarah leaves, and we only have Desi and Danny. And if you recall, Danny is in an alliance of all of the Survivor men and Alyssa and Angela. So it is not ideal in Danny's mind for Alyssa and Angela to go in. So now that those are the options, he needs to do something really quickly. So when he talks to Desi, he says, hey, by the way, they're supposed to be an alliance with the Survivor guys, the Survivor girls, Angela and Alyssa.
And I was gagged because I was like, he just straight up lied to this girl's face?
He straight up lied to her face. And he had a diary. He said, I just straight up lied to her face.
I didn't want to lie. Mm-hmm. But
and it's crazy because he wasn't even like in Survivor. I remember like kind of getting upset with him because it was giving he wasn't playing the game. So it's funny how like in this less strategic environment, he's being more strategic. Like, girl, you can do this
with less money on the line.
With less money on the line, like I don't know what was happening out in Survivor. I guess he was fatigued.
That's true.
But yeah, so he straight up lied to that girl face. And Desi's immediately confused because she's like, girl, I wasn't working with them. She was like, I never even talk. They don't even talk to me.
Yo, Desi's like, so I was not in this alliance? Like, I understand I'm telling Sarah crazy ass, but y'all ain't gonna tell me?
But y'all not gonna tell me? She was
girl, because it's not real, baby.
As she should have been like, this does not make sense, babe.
No, that's the thing too. Like, I will say, Strategic King Danny really jumped out. But the story makes zero sense. I don't know how Desi was confused at all. Babe, literally. No.
Hey, I didn't even know the girls were supposed to be in it, but later on, when he talks to Alyssa, Alyssa's like, you didn't tell her before this? And he's like, no, I didn't tell her until now. I just didn't want to. So it's like, I guess they were. I don't know. I'm confused.
I don't think. Well,
he said,
Angela's perspective, them girls were not in it.
When he talked to Alyssa, he said, I hadn't told Desi yet. And she was like, why didn't you tell her? You were supposed to tell her, right? And he was like, I was supposed to, and I just didn't get around to it. Which made me feel like, damn, were they supposed to? I was very confused. Like
Sarah definitely was not supposed to goddamn.
Sarah, not Sarah. Who's that? But but Desi, I thought maybe I don't know shit. So
we trying to speculate.
Shit pissing me off. And then they didn't explain it for real. Like this show, do better, show. So Danny has to talk to Dominic. So Danny goes and he talks to Dominic about the situation because basically he's like, I kind of need your help because I accidentally might have told Desi about the alliance. And Dominic's like, oh hell. Now I got to go to work and nip this in the bud or do something in the bud. I don't even think he even did anything.
It doesn't show him do anything. Because honestly, like, Danny handled it well. Like, and obviously, he had some trust built with Desi to the fact that she wanted to believe him. So, I mean, honestly, Danny handled this situation perfectly.
I agree. So after the villa, as you know, the designated go out session happens. Mm-hmm. So they go out to the bar.
They definitely go into the same
bar. I was just gonna say with only them there, like
only them there.
So they all go to the same bar down the street, with only themselves
at the local bar, bitch.
The local bar, and I guess they get a little tipsy. So Alyssa. Alyssa taps Sarah and says, "Hey, babe,
hey, girl." Alyssa is hilarious. Alyssa is a bold ass bitch. She knows Sarah don't like her.
She knows Sarah don't like her. So they sit down and talk. And Sarah's on one side of the table. Alyssa's on the other side of the table.
And Sarah is not gagged by the conversation at all.
Sarah is propped up on the wall with her cup in her hand, barely
no
paying
facial
attention.
expression,
and she's in the dining room. She's like, "Ooh, I hope this conversation goes quick because I don't care."
I will say, what the hell was Alyssa even saying? Did she even say anything relevant?
I was just going to say that. So Alyssa's like, "Yeah, we haven't talked in a while," and Alyssa's like, and Sarah was like, "Well, yeah, you haven't talked to me in a while." Alyssa's like, "Yeah, well, we haven't. It was tit for tat, very Christmas.
It was tit for tat.
Oh, Christmas kills me. Okay, so so Alyssa's like, yeah, but we haven't talked in a while, and I just want to let you know that none of this is personal. It's not personal. It's just game." And Sarah's like,
yeah,
and she has a diary room, and she's like, "Well, Alyssa, what the fuck she say?"
She basically gagged her up and wrapped her up in the boat real quick. She was like, Alyssa thinks her game is so great, but it has been extremely messy. And basically, you don't want to see me in that arena. And it's like, oh, Alyssa, she kind of gagged you up there, mama. She kind of gagged you up there.
Alyssa, just know if we go in the arena and I get you out, it's not personal. It's just game. Like, she ain't her. I don't know. She gagged her a little bit.
My thing is, y'all are getting too slick in these diary rooms, okay?
Right.
Keep that shit on the playground, okay? Tell that to Alyssa's face, okay?
Literally.
If y'all gonna be on the challenge, babe, forget the DR shade. Say it to her face. Angela is someone like that too. Angela is an A1 diary room thug. She'll get up in there and talk about some, Sarah, how about you win a challenge? Sarah, how about you do this? Sarah, what about this? But won't say none of that shit to her face. If Sarah approached her on some real ass shit, Angela would run to her HOH room just like she did in Big Brother 20 with Bailey. Like, I hate that. Like, say it to her face.
Literally, be real. So at the end of the conversation, between Alyssa and Sarah, they're sitting across they both holding their drinks, sitting across from each other. And it kind of ends on a tense note. Like, they kind of end on the note of, just the note of, yeah, we're not fucking with each other. Like, we haven't talked to each other. Let's stop talking to each other.
It ends with Sarah basically saying, yeah, I did offer you and Alyssa, and and Angela. And Alyssa was like, okay, yeah. And then she cheers that,
and then they cheers. They clinked fucking drinks. And then she got up. And
then Sarah, she was like she had the ugliest face.
Just the nastiest face. So after this, Alyssa was in her strategic mood and immediately went and talked to Danny, since she knew that girl said her name. So, and meanwhile, as she's talking to Danny, Sarah is talking to the Fab Five.
Yeah, I've written down Sarah talks to her girls.
So Danny and Alyssa are talking, and Alyssa's basically like, so
get your shit together, because if I go no.
Right. No, but literally she was like, so what's going on? And he's like, basically, you need to speak to Desi, because Desi, was locked in with Sarah, and Sarah said she was gonna talk to And Alyssa was like, well, how do I do that? And he was like, well, I haven't told her about the situation. And that's when Alyssa was like, you ain't told her yet. He was like, I ain't told her yet. So you, Angela, and Desi, just sit down and have a conversation, I guess, to try to, mend it. And Alyssa was like, I guess. So, boom.
Which they never had that, did they?
They never had that sit down. Or we didn't see it. They need to show more. Probably. So, we go back to the Fab Five and Sarah and her girls. And Sarah's basically like, look at that girl over there. Nasty. Just sitting there talking to him. Look at her. She just thinks she's so smart. That's essentially what the conversation.
Sarah is over Alyssa and Angela. Like, Sarah really don't like them. And it's funny because this is Survivor Cagayan. This is that Sarah. Y'all remember that Sarah? The Sarah who thought she was running the flip and got her ass out first and merged. I missed this Sarah, because we didn't see it when she came back. She got was way serious. More toned down, more, because she was playing Survivor. This game, we really see how crazy this girl is real. Sarah has these screws loose, and it scares me a bit, because she is really ready to fight these girls. It feels.
Mm-hmm. So we get back to the villa, I believe. Yes, we get back to the villa. And now inklings of the fact that Danny, because Danny said earlier that other than Alyssa and Angela, it probably gonna need to be Cache who goes in. So there are inklings of it being Cache being spread around, and clearly Cache catches wind of this. and we have a conversation with Cache and Danny. They're sitting on the ground at the designated sit on the ground spot, and
that's everybody's favorite spot.
I don't know why they're sitting on the ground. I don't get it. Why are y'all sitting on the ground in front of the gate, in front of the garage? They're on like mats, like they're on like a fucking couch mat that they removed from the couch, sat it on the ground. It just pisses me off. Why are you on the ground? But anyway, they're talking on the ground, and Cache's just saying, yeah, we've never got a chance to be pairs, and because of that, you don't know my strengths or my weaknesses, and I feel like that might make me at risk, so I'm a little scared. And Danny was like, I mean, I might put you on, you wouldn't mind, would you? And Cache was like, I
would. Yeah, don't do that.
Don't do that. Are you crazy? So that was
she just said Sarah would eat me.
Sarah would eat me. She would eat me. So that conversation happened. And then Desi walks up to Sarah and says, Angela is a no-go. And
I immediately am like, Desi, because she basically goes to explain that she talked to Danny about it and he said no. And we get a flashback of her at the bar, the local bar, where she's talking to Danny. She's like, let's do Angela. And he is like, girl, no. If we want to go far in this game, we can't go after Angela because that girl will go back after us. Like the girls are scared. I do think that's true. I do think Danny, to a certain extent, is scared of Angela. And I low-key would too. Okay? Mm-hmm. But that's the thing. You scared of Angela, but not scared of Sarah? I guess Sarah ain't been winning nothing. But I been a little scared of Sarah too. But I was so upset with Desi in this moment because I'm like, Desi, baby,
girl,
fuck what this man want. But I guess she trusts him. It just sucks because it's very clear that he obviously does not have her necessarily best interest at heart, and she clearly is looking out for his best interest. So it just sucks seeing that dynamic because she's only not doing this because of him, and he's doing what's best for him.
Literally.
Which I can't be upset with him about. Obviously, it just sucks because Desi girl, come on, wake up.
Yeah, Desi should have been like, well, what I want is because I love, especially on the challenge.
She won. It's a girls' elimination. Like
exactly.
I
was just going to say that.
The thing is too, like obviously, I don't want her to just put in someone because Sarah pressured her too. I want her to put in who she wants to put in, but she wanted to put in Angela.
Mm-hmm. That's who she preferred, and I love in the challenge when like we get a Kayla or we get what's that girl name? Whatever. We get a Kayla, someone who's willing to go in, and if they win the arena, it's other men in the arena. They're like, well, anyways, I'm here. So who we're gonna put in is Kellyanne and Kendall. Yeah. Either Kellyanne and Kendall going. I don't care who goes in for the boys.
Yeah.
And then move along.
Like, I think Desi let Danny have way too much influence. But obviously, maybe that's something that has to come with playing the challenge. I feel like if you play more games of challenge, you do start to realize the boy and girl game are two separate games. Like y'all are here together, but when it gets to this individual round, Danny's opinion didn't matter at all to what the fuck you got going on, Desi. Okay, because best believe if Angela or Alyssa win this next challenge, they will not care to put your ass in. I don't think they will. Or if you automatically lose, they're not going to care to hear your opinion.
Exactly.
I don't believe so. I mean, maybe they will, but I doubt it.
Mm-hmm. It's really not gonna matter. So I don't know. But she just said she don't want to make a rift between her and Danny because they have a working relationship. But clearly he don't. We get a conversation between Kayla, Cash, and Justine, the Fab Three, and basically Justine, Kayla, and Cache are like, wait a minute,
what is she doing?
Right, Desi not putting
because it's one of them three.
Exactly. If Desi not putting in Angela, who was Desi for?
And this is another reason why I'm like, Desi, this move made no sense because it's like you just want to get the Fab Five, which means you technically want to get Sarah.
The Fab Four.
The Fab Four now. All the rest of the girls. And then you don't have Angela and Alyssa. And the Survivor men are more worried about themselves and working with Angela and Alyssa. So it's like, oh, baby, you did this for no fucking reason. You did this for nobody.
Literally. Like for who? Not even yourself. Like literally nobody. Who did she do this for? Okay, anyways.
Shit.
So the Fab Three decide that they need to go talk to Sarah and tell Sarah, like, no, at least Alyssa.
At least Alyssa. I know damn well y'all not gonna do this shit. We're Fab Five. We was just cheering this morning. What happened?
Literally. So Justine goes and does her soldier duty. And then she tells Sarah, the motherfucking sergeant.
The new plan.
Hey Sarge. So what we're going to do is you're going to go and you're going to tell them that Alyssa needs to go in. And so Sergeant Sarah got up, and Desi and Danny are about to have a conversation, and they sit down. And right when they sit down, Sergeant Sarah walks up, and Sarah's presence is just so. She reminds me of Mrs. Trunchbull from fucking Matilda. Like,
oh my god,
such a leader-like presence. She just walks up to them like she's their principal, literally. And they're sitting down, and she says, "Can I talk to y'all real quick?" And they're like,
no, yeah. It was a very funny interaction because, like,
it was hilarious.
I'm pretty sure Justine expected her to go have a conversation with them. Sarah walks up, "Hey, put Alyssa in. Let's get her the fuck out. Let's go to the end." Yeah, and he walked away. So, Danny, mind you,
yeah, kills.
When she walks away, Danny and Desi don't even acknowledge her.
It's funny because they watch her walk. They like watch her walk away, and then they readjust back into their conversational position, and then they get to talking. So it was fucking hilarious.
We're not doing Alyssa either, basically. And that's when we have the dining room. He's like, "I am not going against Alyssa and Angela. It's just not happening.
It's not happening because I'm scared." And I get it.
Period. Literally.
And I get it. I do. Did I spit on my phone?
Ew.
I think I did because buttons are being pressed.
Oh no.
Oh my god. What's happening? Okay. Anyways. I just needed it. I needed it for the. What's happening? What happened? Lee, what happened?
Just swipe out. Oh. So basically, like I said, Danny has a dining room. He's like, "I'm scared, so I'm not doing that." And then basically we have another scene, and it's Danny. He's going to talk to Don, but he's like, "So what happens if we do not decide together? Because we're undecided. It's literally an hour until the challenge, and they are undecided who's going to go in." So they leave us on that cliffhanger. We come back. We go to the
arena.
The arena.
What's it called?
I forget. The pit, maybe. And basically, TJ asked them. He's like, "Who y'all throwing in?" We thought it was going to be some suspense. We thought maybe it would be we still undecided.
Girl, here go Desi. I guess we've decided that because this person was the person that we decided on, we're gonna send in Cachet. Huh? Like, girl, be for real.
And it's like immediately you F yourself. Like, girl, why? Like, it just like.
I will say Angela might have beat Sarah in this because on the second round, Cachet and Sarah were neck and neck. If that had been Angela could have. I don't know.
That's the thing. Angela ain't no spring chicken. Right. Angela gonna come with it.
I will say. But hey, we get to the challenge. It's gonna be Cachet versus what's that girl named? Sarah. The challenge is they are going to be in these motherfucking
hamster wheels.
Hamster
My thing is, why is it not hall brawl?
Girl, pole wrestle.
I'm so mad. You gave us hall brawl last episode, took it away. For what? Let the girls hall brawl too.
Let the girls.
Well, I will say, Sarah would have ran through Cachet. That would have been nasty. Never mind. They probably changed it when they said that. They were like, "Who's the confirmation? Give us the confirmation." Okay?
Well, Cachet fast. They say Cachet is like sprinter faster.
But imagine the Angela Sarah hall brawl.
Now Angela Sarah hall. Maybe. Now that might be. So they're on the hamster wheel instead. The hamster wheel. They each have a hamster wheel. And those hamster wheels are attached to a long rope, and the rope is attached to a center pedestal thing, but center weight. So they have to run in their hamster wheels fast enough for their rope to pull the weight down first. Whoever pulls the weight down first will win that round. They have to do that twice. So they get in their hamster wheels. Mind you, Sarah has ran 7 marathons in 7 continents. On 7
days.
In 7
hours. I don't know.
In 7 hours. Like, that girl has ran the marathon.
So it was automatically a setup for Cachet.
It was literally a setup. Sarah said Cachet is very fast in a sprint. She said,
"Girl, production told her to say that shit."
Production told Sarah to say that if it was 100 meter, that she would lose to Cachet.
Which is a lie because, as we see, Cash ass couldn't even get the wheel started, child.
So we get in the wheel, and you have to kind of the wheel is kind of weighted and it's big, so you have to like have a
put some real force to get it going.
Yeah, you have to kind of like stomp down and really like glide your foot, kind of like a treadmill that hasn't started yet. Y'all know how like they don't, it won't just run and automatically. You kind of gotta. That's kind of how it is, and I guess Cache didn't get that. So
I just think she's so little.
That girl was skipping on the mother. She literally was doing the jerk, y'all. She was doing the whole jerk. She wasn't even trying. She just like, girl, like, are you being for real? Like, be dead ass. Like, be FFR. So Sarah had started 5 minutes ago, and then finally, Cache figured out that she needed to stop running around. And she needed to actually push down on the thing. No shade. So she finally pushed down on the thing. She started going. But it was happening.
By that time, it was way too late because Sarah was done.
Sarah was literally done. So Sarah finishes, boom, round 1. We go to round 2. They do the same thing. But this time, Cache starts on time. So it was actually pretty neck and neck the whole time. They were pulling their ropes damn near at the same pace. But Cache was going just a teensy bit slower. Because at the end, when they start pulling the ropes up, they both almost start pulling the weight. And then, boom. What's that girl name wins? Sarah wins.
Yep, and it's like Cache. You know, I have mixed feelings about Cache. I'm very happy that I like know who she is now because I didn't know the Love Island girls like that.
And people talk about her so much. She's so relevant. She's
very relevant. I knew Cache before going into this, like just face alone with the lavender hair. Like I knew her going into this and knew nothing about her show. And so I'm really happy I got to like know her. I'm very mixed emotions because some stuff in my homegirl Tiff. I don't know, it's a lot. But it was fun. It was fun. It was. I'd love to see her come back.
I wouldn't.
Oh well,
that's okay. Get it, and that's okay. She is black. I'd rather see her play than any of these non-black women.
Mm-hmm.
But
we moved.
So Sarah won. She won the challenge, and
she finally got her money.
Blood, and she finally got her money. And now
everybody is now qualified.
Everyone is qualified for the challenge, which is why the money is not relevant. Which is why it doesn't matter. Now everyone's qualified. So what was the point of the money the entire game? The entire game, they were winning money.
But that's the thing. But they're probably going to do something like on the Challenge All-Stars. Remember, like, you have to have the stars. So maybe if you have the most money, you qualify for something. There may be a part where it's like, oh, you're the finale. No, you're not. This is the 4. You know how they did? They dropped the last 2 and kept the 4. So they could be doing something like that.
And I hated that because that's the reason Nia lost.
Yeah.
But anyways,
have that flashback.
Next time, nothing happened. I guess David's gonna have elimination. David's gonna have a fit or something. Enzo got a little mad or something.
The male eliminations are always so boring. Like, I'm not.
But it's me hearing David and Enzo just makes sense because it's 4 Survivor people and then David and Enzo for the men. So it's like it's probably gonna be David versus Enzo.
Yeah,
so there's that. Other than that, shit, we done.
Damn, it's no Love Island, man. I just realized that they've been out. Oh, Cinco was the last one, wasn't he? Yeah,
he was the first one, wasn't he?
He was it was 3 Love Island boys. Cinco was the last one.
Oh damn, I didn't even know it was 3. Not gonna lie.
One of them went home episode 1.
Oh, okay. Well, shit. Check us out next week. We're gonna be covering the next episode of the challenge, whatever this is. And
USA
Survivor is coming up. If you watch Survivor, check that out. You can see us talk about them. If you watch The Amazing Race, check that out because that's also coming up, and we'll also be covering that. And we're
the
also
Challenge 38.
Challenge 38. We'll also be covering Big Brother. So check us out. Bye.
We have a video with Azza.
We got a video with Azza. Awesome.
Who was on this season of the Challenge USA.
Go check that video out. The fuck? All right.